Good morning, students. We are doing chapter 9, crop management, crop production and its management. So today we will discuss with you soil replenishment. Okay? You know that crop take nutrients from the soil for their proper growth. If farmer continues to grow the same crop every year in a same field, the yield gradually decreases. This is because the same plant consume the same nutrients from the soil and make it infertile. Hence, to replenish the fertility of soil, farmers follow many different methods. We now discuss about some of these methods here. तो ठीक है, तो एक ही तरह की अगर क्रॉप लगाएंगे बार बार तो क्या होता है, उसकी फर्टिलिटी कम हो जाती है सॉइल की. तो इसलिए क्रॉप को क्या करना आता है, रोटेशन करनी पड़ती है अलग अलग मेथड से. सो फर्स्ट वन इज फील्ड फैलो. द एग्रीकल्चर लैंड इज लेफ्ट अनकल्टिवेटेड फॉर वन और मोर सीजन्स. Dead animals and plants accumulates on land and get decomposed by microorganisms. In this way, nutrients get replenished in the soil. ठीक है, तो फील्ड फॉलो में क्या है आपका कि लैंड को 1 या 2 सीजन के लिए या उससे ज़्यादा अनकल्टिवेटेड छोड़ा जाता है. उससे क्या होगा, डेड एनिमल्स और प्लांट जो है एक्यूमुलेट हो जाते हैं लैंड में और डिकम्पोज हो जाते हैं. इट इज़ डन विद द हेल्प ऑफ माइक्रोब्स. तो उनके जो न्यूट्रिएंट्स है दे गेट रिप्लेनिश्ड इन दी सॉइल अगेन. फिर आफ्टर दैट वो उसको क्या करते हैं, फिर से सेम क्रॉप या फिर दूसरी क्रॉप ग्रो करते हैं. सेकेंड, क्रॉप रोटेशन. सम क्रॉप्स लाइक wheat and rice use loads of nitrogen of the soil. The nitrogen thus lost can be easily replenished in a soil by growing one leguminous crop between the 2 successive cereal crop. So since we know that the leguminous crop having a full of nitrogen, that's why it is sown between the 2 seasons of the crops. After that, manures. Waste of animals and plant can be used as manure to replenish the nutrient efficient soil. Farmers, yes, so waste of animal and plants are manure to replenish the nutrients deficient soil. Farmer dump animals dung and vegetable and crop waste at open places and let them get decomposed by the bacteria and fungi. After a month or so, the manure is ready. It is then mixed up with the soil before sowing. ठीक है, तो it depends on the season. Summer season में जल्दी हो जाता है. It takes 1 and 2 months, but in winter season it requires lots of time, more than 2 months and so on. Farmers also use another method for providing manure to the soil. They grow quick growing plants like alfalfa, sunham, millets, etc. These are then plugged back into a soil while still green. These serve as the green manure. ठीक है, क्विक ग्रोइंग प्लांट्स हैं आपके, अल्फा है, सम है, मिलेट्स है, इनको ग्रो करते हैं, फिर वापस इसको ठीक है कट करके वापस इसको सॉइल में मिक्स कर दिया जाता है. दैट्स व्हाई दीज आर सेड टू बी योर ग्रीन मैन्योर. ठीक है, these supply nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus to the soil and help to improve the overall quality of the soil. Manures not only increase the nutrients but also enhance the water holding capacity of the soil. So manure are very important. So if we would, it increase the fertility of the soil and increase the nutrients as well as water holding capacity. After that, fertilizers. These are chemical substances rich in specific nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. ये पूछा जाता है कई बार, क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है कि फर्टिलाइजर में कौन कौन से न्यूट्रिएंट्स होते हैं, तो आप लिख सकते हो नाइट्रोजन, फॉस्फोरस एंड पोटेशियम. Fertilizers are produced in factories and are easier to store and transport as compared to the manure. Being soluble in water, they are readily absorbed by the plants. Easily soluble and readily absorbed by the plants. But overuse of fertilizers can change the chemical nature of the soil. So out of fertilizer and manure, manure is the best. But इसकी क्या है fertilizer की easy to transport है और soluble हो जाता है जल्दी से, तो plant इसको क्या करते हैं जल्दी से observe कर लेते हैं. Very important, vermi composting पहले भी आपने पढ़ा है. It is the process of using earthworm to prepare manure from the plant waste like dry leaves, vegetable peel, etc. is said to be your vermi composting. After that, second one, do you know? Root nodules in the leguminous plant. Very important. Role of leguminous plant in increasing the nitrogen content of the soil. Plants like pea, beans and soybean are said to be your leguminous plant. These are full of nitrogen. These ability to fix gaseous nitrogen into nitrogenous salts makes leguminous plant ideal agriculture organism. They also help to reduce the use of nitrogen fertilizer for meeting the requirement of plants in the fields. These plants have root nodules in their roots. You can see here. These are associated with bacteria and rhizobium. These are the root nodules. Bacteria are like rhizobium. The bacteria convert gaseous nitrogen into nitrates that can be used by the plants as a source of nitrogen. Leguminous plant can grow well even in a poor soil. Such plants grow in a field also help the other crops in a same field to get sufficient nitrogen salts. After a leguminous crop is harvested, the roots of these plants are left in a soil to decay. Okay, this process enrich the soil with nitrogen compounds that can be utilized by the next generation of the plant in the same field. Okay, so very important is this your leguminous plant, root nodules in leguminous plant. ठीक है, बैक्टीरिया जिसके रूरल्स में प्रेजेंट है, दैट इज सेड टू बी अ rhizobium. So here you are having the activity 1. Very important, you can do this activity at your home. यहाँ पर preparation of manure है at their home. For that what you have to do, take a 30 centimeter high potted and about 30 diameter का ही जिसका diameter होगा. Provide a hole to its bottom and plug it with a stone in such a way that extra water can be drained. ठीक है, तो एक होल करना है और नीचे क्या करना है, थोड़े स्टोन आपने छोटे छोटे बिछाने हैं. Add some soil at the base, about 2-3 centimeter thickness. Fill the pot with dry leaves. फिर dry leaves डालने हैं. Peel of vegetable और fruits. ठीक है, छिलक डालने हैं अपने fruits और vegetable के. When the pot is 3/4 full, cover it again with the soil. फिर से जो peel matter था उसके ऊपर आपने क्या करना है, फिर से soil डालनी है. And keep it in a shaded area for a month. But every day आपको क्या करना है, इसमें water sprinkle करना है. After a month, decomposition by bacteria and fungi will convert the plant waste into a manure. The process may take, ये मैंने आपसे पहले ही बताया कि winter season में ये थोड़ा ज़्यादा time ले सकता है. ठीक है, तो very simple है. You can prepare the manure at your own level at your home. ठीक है. After that, let's talk about irrigation. Irrigation is also very simple. Excessive, simply we can say supply of water to a plants is known as irrigation. Sometimes this definition going to be asked. It is done with water from different sources like rainwater, canals, waterways, wells, pumps, etc. Different crop require different amounts of water at different stages. For example, paddy जो है आपकी है, इनको स्टैंडिंग वाटर ज़्यादा चाहिए एंड रिक्वायर कांस्टेंट इरिगेशन. ऑन द अदर हैंड वीट इरिगेशन इज नीडेड ओनली बिफोर टिलिंग and at the time of flowering. So excessive supply of water can reduce air in a soil spaces, can cause water lodging. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ये भी डेफिनेशन पूछी जाती है, वाटर लॉजिंग. ठीक है. दिस कैन डैमेज द प्लांट्स रूट एंड कैन कॉज देम टू डाई. और एक्सेसिव यूज से क्या होगा, पौधा मर भी जाता है आपका. ठीक है, खराब हो जाएगा. फिर आपकी ट्रेडिशनल सिस्टम ऑफ इरिगेशन. These involve drawing water from the wells, tube well, ponds, lake and canal using cattle or human labor. Pumps are also used to lift water. The pulley system and the lever system are example of traditional system of irrigation. However, such traditional method, though cheap, are not very efficient as water is not distributed evenly and the losses are very high. तो आपके जो मॉडर्न टेक्निक्स है, मॉडर्न मेथड है आजकल के, आपके क्या है, स्प्रिंकल सिस्टम एंड ड्रिप इरिगेशन. दीज आर दी बेस्ट मेथड. सो लेट अस डिस्कस इन ब्रीफ. These are the water more efficient and ensure optimum irrigation. We talk briefly about them. Sprinkle. This method involves sprinkling of water on plants. It is generally used in area with uneven land or those having soil with poor water holding capacity. Perpendicular pipes with rotating nozzles on a top are joined to main pipeline, which is laid in a field when the water is made to flow through the pipes under pressure using a pump की हेल्प से किया जाता है. It moves out of the nozzle in all direction and falls on the ground. ये वाली एक्टिविटी हमने स्कूल में भी की हुई थी. ठीक है, प्लांट्स के ऊपर बॉटल लगाई हुई थी, उसमें होल्स किए हुए थे, तो वाटर क्या था, ड्रिप करके धीरे धीरे स्प्रिंकल होता था. ये स्प्रिंकल की बात कर रहे थे हम. तो ड्रिप इरिगेशन वाला मेथड हमने अपने स्कूल में भी यूज किया था. बॉटल के साथ ड्रॉप बाय ड्रॉप गिरता था. ठीक है. तो स्प्रिंकल सिस्टम एंड ड्रिप इरिगेशन आर दी मॉडर्न मेथड्स. So drip irrigation method useful for area having acute water storage. इसमें ड्रॉप बाय ड्रॉप आपका क्या गिरता है. यस, तो ड्रिप इरिगेशन मेथड आपका कहाँ गया है, जहाँ पर एक्यूट वाटर शॉर्टेज है. यहाँ पर वाटर कैसे गिरता है, ड्रॉप बाय ड्रॉप. Hence there is no wastage of water in this method, in drip irrigation method. Sometimes ultimately rains and untimely rains and strong winds result in falling down of crop plant at this grain maturation stage. This is called lodging. It is adversely affect the quality and yield of the grain. So beta, these are the modern techniques. ये sprinkle और drip irrigation. So read it. Thank you and have a nice day.